Well. How are we doing, guys? So, how is everyone? Are we surviving this? Yo. How are we doing? So, Bitcoin, tired of winning. I can see that, to be honest. It's the first time that my position has eaten into my profits to keep DCAing. It's crazy. As you can see on the screen, I'm still in what is it, 215 Bitcoin short. Team 𝗕𝗟𝗡 is winning this. Yeah, guys, listen, there's no matter what, man, we're gonna do everything we can. But Bitcoin's at a pretty scary place. And these moves are huge, to be honest. Look at what we've done for the day, guys. So we're at the last reserve dwell block before 77.5. And after that it's 79. It's what a day, to be honest. Took out this high, it's holding above. My personal opinion, if you're not in a trade, stay out. I'm sticking to my plan. I'm still DCAing. Got more margin to add if needed. What's crazy is that London is running the show. New York is still not open, guys. We still have 12 more minutes prior to New York. And I don't know what I'm looking at. Look at this, 193 million in shorts. 137 in the last hour. 137 million annihilated by the market. And it's not looking like it's giving anything back. It's not giving in anything. If we start retracing this, guys, it's gonna be absolutely glorious. The pink hoodie is back, so you would normally say, what could go wrong, right? Remember my lucky hoodie? It's the war pump. Yeah, I just posted that on X as well. You know, if you wanna make everything go up, you just start a world war. You do a couple of nonsense speeches. You blare something that the opposing party has never heard about and haven't even seen yet the news. And that's apparently key for breaking global records. Because if we go to TradingView and we check SPX, products, supercharged, the global record ever in history was 12 consecutive green days. And, well, it looks like we're gonna break it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we might. We're gonna go for a record breaking run. How crazy is that? So theoretically, nothing is looking bearish. Every indicator is looking to go up, but look at how fast they're stacking in this liquidity, man. Look at how, at what rate and what pace they're stacking in the liquidity. But next to the stacking of the liquidity, also look at how fast they're eating up the candles. Look at how much they refuse to release the liquidity. And the volume, to be honest, guys, isn't even that bullish. I'm going to show you, this is what we've been building and what we've been working on for the last months within ScalpX. Look, the money flow. So in the 4 hour, we'll only see like a billion plus. But on the 24 hour, we see 4.7 billion extra bullish volume pressing upwards. But this could change pretty quickly, right? Dollar crashing, so we going up. Yeah. Out season. Listen, guys, I 100% don't believe in any form of out season. So, I'm sorry. Wrong guy and me. G morning, good morning to you as well. So first of all, how's everyone doing? Are we bullish? Are we bearish? How are we feeling today? Not gonna lie, I'm still bearish. Look at spot CVD is not pushing this move yet. Like on the 5 minutes it's coming, on the 30 minutes it's not pushing that much either. Spot CVD has been dropping still. And it's slightly coming back here, but spot is still not buying this move. And spot is still not driving this move either. If you look at the deviation, everything is positive. Future is driving this move, not spot. We all know what that means, right? Sustainable moves are driven by spot, not by futures. Liquidations are insane, absolutely insane. The market keeps eating away, and I think there's a very, very fair chance that we're gonna see 77k today. Very, very fair chance. We almost made it. Weren't that far off. My hands are shaking. How come? Confused as fuck. I get that, man. I think everyone is insanely confused. I don't think anyone is not confused of this. At least I am. I'm just pointing out that terrible macro things can pump things hard. Yeah, it appears to do so. And we've seen this, like traditionally every war pumps it and every bear market has a final relief before the actual dump and the actual move down. I'm short from 73.7. It's not a good entry. Probably we dump into New York Open. That's a ballsy statement, man. If the whole day everything the market has done is pump, 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 and pump. Look at the 5 minutes. They keep retracing. They keep accepting above. I don't know about dumping, guys. I honestly don't know about dumping. No entry for long ride. Bro, if you want a long here, that's completely up to you. But I would... Listen, if I wasn't in a trade, I wouldn't touch it at all. Even I'm contemplating cutting it, but it's... It looks like nothing is stopping it. Even though the volume is not that bullish. 170 million liquidated in the last hour. Now we understand that. 170 million. So even indicator wise, let's see, where is everything coming together. 78.2. Oh shit. We might. No stop loss now. Look at these 4 candles. Oh my god. I could see it to 80k, bro. I could see it to absolute Valhalla. Listen, logically 77.5 would make sense. This is probably one of the most crazy things I've seen in the market. Look at oil dumping hard. Yeah, but still, oil does not rectify. How can you trade insanity? You can't. And what we're still forgetting, guys, is that we're still in a global or heading towards a recession, right? Stock market's making all-time high after all-time high, even though that the Fed is hawkish. Don't forget that. Don't forget that we're still not in a bullish trajectory. The markets are not looking good. The money flow is not looking good. The economy is not looking good. The world is at war. I think everyone is still in denial. Not everything can bluntly keep on making money blindly while no one is giving in money, you know? Is this the rejection we're looking for? Is this the dump from dreams? Probably not, but let's see. It's a lot, man. The 1 hour liquidations, 200 million in an hour is an awful lot. It's an insane amount. Truly an insane amount. Yeah, I'm holding my position. I'm willing to risk it. I'm a man of my word. I've eaten up 180k of profit. So I need that back, at least. Let's see. So for the people that are following the Broke the Rich challenge, Baxter took this 76k short limit and he just made, well, 1300 after fees. I'm scalping this soon. What are you scalping? What if it spikes 82? Then I got fucked for $1 million. It's that easy. No risk, no Rari, my friend. No risk, no Rari. It's not really giving back. It's not really retracing. Listen, it's not bearish at all. Even though, look at CVD, man. It jumped off a cliff on this dump. The hourly money flow isn't even that bullish. Yo, there's news from the Iran. So this is pure leverage manipulation, and yes, to the fullest. This is prime manipulation, guys. And New York has opened, so let's see how much is your trading capital? More than enough to lose $1 million. So yeah, there's that. Let's see what New York thinks of this, right?
You guys live here, bro?
Yeah, you want a chair?
You're watching the markets break all-time highs. S&P just broke all-time high. QQQ just broke all-time high. What's up? What's up? What's up, fellas? What's up, fellas? I mean, everything's breaking all-time highs, eh?
Yeah, and I'm short.
You know what really good is if you hide your fucking laptops and show more of your body, bro. I mean, So many protein bars and fucking, so many protein bars and everything. And you. All right, let's look at what's going on. Call up the S&P chart and call up the Bitcoin chart, but like call it up on TradingView so we actually know what's going on.
What are you missing here then?
I'm missing, I don't know, just missing familiarity. What's up, chat? What's up?
But familiarity is making 110k not enough an opening.
But hold on. Are you short?
Yeah, I'm up 100k.
But where did you short?
Like almost the top there.
Bro, this thing's going up, eh?
Yeah, so.
Like I told you.
It's a swing trade.
What did I tell you at lunch? I told you?
77, something.
77.
I didn't really pay attention.
So S&P's, I wouldn't enter a trade here. I wouldn't enter a long trade here, not me.
You wouldn't enter long or short?
I wouldn't enter.
Where did my mouse go?
I would enter a short. I wouldn't enter a long though.
Yeah, I'm short.
Yeah.
So you want to see S&P next to Bitcoin?
Well, no, let's just see S&P. Let's just look at it. Just broke through that channel, that one that it's been in since forever. Okay. What's up, guys? What's up? Banter crossover episode. It is a crossover episode. We'll dump soon. I mean, it has dumped a little bit. It didn't touch like 77.
Yeah, a little bit. You want to see a 30-second chart?
I want to see a one-day chart.
Okay.
I know I'm taking you into unfamiliar territory, bro.
I've never been here.
You've never been here?
I didn't even know that was an option. Where are we?
So look, guys, this is what you call a... Oh my goodness, hold on. Let's try and make your screen. Okay, there we go. So what you can see is that we are now at the top of this fucking place. Where do you... Oh, here's your... I'm trying to work out your screen here. So, I mean, I can't really see the screen, but if you look at... Hold on a second, make this a bit flat. There we go.
Wait, you're gonna draw trend lines on my stream?
I'm gonna draw trend lines. I'm just showing you that this is the worst.
If anyone's looking for me, I'm going to the toilet.
Look. That's it. That's where we're at. We're at the top. This is probably the worst time to take a trade. But if we break through here, bro, it's Valhalla. Because it's the same pattern as here. So it's exactly the same. And I know you don't believe in trend lines. You only believe in liquidity voodoo and shit like that. So I can't use your screen. But you can see that that's the same pattern over there. Now we're at the top of that pattern. If we break this and we close convincingly above here, then I think it's Valhalla, bro.
Yeah, but if we don't, we go to absolute hell.
It's if we don't, there's a good chance that we repeat this, and then we go down 40k.
Yeah, that's good.
So we're aligned.
Yeah. Well, no, I just don't think we're gonna break it.
I mean, we can't think. I think we should not. I think we should not think. We should just watch and see what happens.
Bro, we've liquidated 175 million in the last hour in shorts alone.
Yeah. You know what happens once it starts? The cascade starts, bro.
Yeah.
And right now,
oh wait, let me give you something you can read again.
All right, I'll watch what you're reading then.
No, it's fine. So the only thing that I was watching right now is that the volume is flipping. So retail is shorting the last hour. That's minus 50 million. Medium range is plus 40 million, but the whales are also neutral. Especially on the 4 hour and on the hourly. On the hourly, the whale is also flipping bearish. So the volume is twisting.
Okay.
The CVD on spot is also dumping. And on futures, it's carrying it. If futures is carrying the move, that's never been a good sign. Absolutely never been a good sign. So if the whales don't step in with more volume, especially on the hourly, the mid-size is now carrying everything. So that means that there's no market maker stepping in, there's no volume stepping in, and there's no big parties that are, as of now, still doing something.
Okay.
So we could see like a retrace of half of this bump back to 74, 73.
Today?
Yeah.
No way. No way. We're going into a bullish weekend, mark my words. And I'll tell you why I'm telling it and how I know it's a bullish weekend. They're going into negotiations.
Trump called you.
They're going into negotiations on the weekend. You need to know how Trump works.
Yeah.
Trump's going into negotiations in Pakistan on the weekend. You know why they're going on weekends, right? Because They know that on the
can't play
weekend.
golf on the
No,
weekend?
because the markets are closed. So he knows that if he fucks up on Saturday morning, he's got until Sunday to fix it.
Oh yeah, so you can just rotate liquidity from crypto back into the
So-
legacy markets.
Yeah. Very scary short play there. No, I mean, right now the odds are better to be short than to be long. That's for sure. I would rather be short now than be long.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're at the top of the resistance. This is a very scary zone to be doing anything.
Yeah.
But if we break it,
Bro,
Valhalla.
If we break it, we're going to 80s.
Valhalla
Listen,
on a bus, bro.
if we're taking 77.8 today, we might go 80k before Sunday.
Yeah, let's actually just quickly see what's going on in the rest of the market. So I don't know how to use your browser.
Rave.
Yeah, fuck, this Rave thing's fucking crazy. Binance manipulated.
Have you seen the guy on Rave that shorted the absolute top and still was down 4,000% because of funding rate? The guy.
I heard about that.
Listen, the guy got in at like 16, Rave was at 12, and the guy was down minus 4,000% because of the funding alone.
There's so much. Wow, if this market pops, why does your bubbles look so like squash, bro?
I don't know, because that screen is completely squished.
What about that? Does that fix anything?
I don't know.
Nah,
Maybe.
What else is going on here? What token is this, bro?
You never heard it.
No.
My favorite.
Your favorite token? On some BNB smart chain. Not fast, bro. All right, fam. Let us know in the chat what's happening while Chento, you're on your short. Or where are you?
Yeah.
You short, yeah.
Yeah. I'm good.
You comfortable?
Oh, man. No risk, no Rory.
All right, Joe, I'll be back. I'm watching from the other room.
How do I get my screen back to normal? Fuck me. Okay, now he has touched certain buttons and now my whole screen looks different. Bruh. Ha, that's better again. Don't let him touch your setup. Ren is the most dangerous man in crypto. Because if he starts touching my buttons, I don't know where we're... Yeah. Who could see my autism come into play there? Yeah. So yeah. Good thing we're still semi going down. It's fine. Okay, so Bitcoin's being a bit of an ass. I don't know what's... Let me turn on the AC because it's warm in here. So it's still not giving up any liquidity, neither giving back anything to the downside. As I just said, we liquidated more than 180 million in shorts the last hour. Last 12 hour, look at this, the 24 hour. 800 million totally wrecked in this market. Love from India, should we buy again? So what break level was Ran referring to? I don't know, man. I don't speak trend line, to be honest. It is something with this here, but I don't know where this comes from. I don't know where it's originating from. Yeah, let me just close that page. Let me also close the page with let me be polite and call them altcoins instead of shitcoins. So yeah, the amount of liquidations, it's insane. So what I'm watching currently at FlowX, for the people that don't know, FlowX is our platform that we developed ourselves. And for me, it's very simple. I do everything for free. Why? Because I make more than enough money trading. But I have to pay the software team, I have to pay the rest, I have to pay rent, yada, yada, yada. You know the drill, right? And in order to do and pay them, we give away every platform we do for free because I'm here to make better traders and to teach and educate people about trading. But you need to use our ref link in order to get access to the platforms. So if you want to get in, the link to the free Discord is above. Make sure to use our link and join us in the Blofin trading competition, and you can get access to all of our platforms and everything that we're building. Level for short, right now I would not enter a new short. I'm even contemplating closing my current one, to be honest. Like, I'm genuinely contemplating closing my current short. Look at how much strength this market is giving. It's insane. I think they recovered more than a full percent yet again. Look at from the bottom of this wick up 0.8. Top to bottom is 1.21%. This is gonna do some proper damage. Look at that candle. I better say, look at that scandal. Holy crap. That's a proper scandal again. Should I buy or sell? You shouldn't do anything, man. I would not touch this. If you're not in a trade right now, guys, my honest advice is just not trade it. There's zero value to be extracted from trying to either short a top or a breakout. As said, I'm still DCAing into this, right? We might just hold it up for the weekend, because we've did the same on Friday. But this is some some very, very crazy and mad PA, guys. Very, very mad PA. Let me close this. I'm from India. Congratulations, my friend. What do you want me to say? You want me to shout out India or what? When does the next Chentology video come? Probably next week. We're working on it right now. If we get acceptance above the 76.8 level, it's gonna look scary really, really fast. I caught it at 74.5. Well, you can't go broke taking profits, right? But these candles and the current PA is... I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to tell you, man. Did they get more liquidation? There we go. Another 5 million liquidations. Market makers eating steak and caviar today. They're ordering lobster from the sea. I'm from Zimbabwe. I'm from Pakistan. What are we... What are we doing? We're having a get to know each other now instead of trading. Or look at these 5-second candles, guys. That's absolutely insane. That's a $100 plus 5-second candle. $100 plus. This one is $140 on the 5-second time frame. $140 on the 5-second. What are we watching, to be honest? I have not seen this pressure in months. Like, for real. Absolutely mad. This is so wild. There's nothing that can stop it. At least that's how it's appearing. It looks like there's nothing between BTC right now and 150k. And this from who cares? From just let me sit and trade. I'm from Aaron. Hi, Ryan Gosling says hi. Hi back to Ryan Gosling. Normally he's always in the stream. I don't know where he is now. Look at these candles. Holy shit. I cannot remember last time I've seen pressure like this build up. Look at that. That's $100 again. It's... something is brewing, guys. Something insane is brewing. Bro, what a scary trade, GG. Oh. Yeah. Happens, I guess. Look at the liquidations ranking in. Whoa. Also, the build-up of liquidity below is uncanny. Look at this. Look at how dense they're building below. Feels like nothing happened. Have you seen the current structure, how they are positioning the volume right now? And how much the inflow is. If you look at the actual size of the moves, there's so much happening at the same time. Look, these 5-second charts. This says it all. Look at how much it needs. 1, 2, 3, 4 candles to pressure it down. 2 to recover. The pressure is up, guys. The pressure is insanely up. Even Spot started buying now on the CVD and on the short time frame. It's that they're gonna attempt at the highs yet again. Like, Bitcoin is completely refusing to let go of any level that it previously recovered on the short time frame. So in the 5 minutes, on the 50 minutes, on the hourly, Bitcoin is completely reluctant of releasing any liquidity to the downside. And that's something I honestly have not seen for months. This is, yeah, the whole structure, the whole PA, the whole methodology of how they're building positions right now is crazy. Actually crazy. It's really crazy. Oh, we left the screen. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention for a couple seconds. Bro, you can't sleep on this market. You have to be careful, man. How much did they take? That's interesting. Oh, it's going down because of the hourly probably switching. What's the account balance at? 2.2 something. 2.1. I've eaten into quite a bit of my profits, to be honest. The most hated rally? Yeah. Look at how they keep flipping it. Whoa. There's not much stopping it, eh? Listen, as soon as this really comes down, it's coming down, you know. Rip short, yep. Holy shit, 77.4. I'm down 150k. It's not my day today, guys. It's most I've been down for, I think, a year and a half. Look at this pressure, man. It's complete. 213 million liquidated in the last hour. 733 in 24 hours. And for what, to be honest? It's a lot of craziness, huh? And it doesn't look like it's coming down yet. What's with the question mark, the tourist? As well as no wheels backing up the move. Well, 500 million in volume stepped in now. Just not insane amount. 4 hours, it's another billion up. The only thing that I'm wondering and the only thing that I'm trying to figure out is who is buying it actually. I get, you can see the flow, but the flow is not per se that insanely bullish. They might start squeezing it sooner. 221 million in the last hour. Oh my god. Look at these candles, they're still keeping up the pressure. Trump's son is buying. Trump will tweet soon. Who knows? It might actually be the case, man. Nothing is giving in yet. He already tweeted, but bro, listen, all his tweets until now haven't even been backed by anything. Yeah, not gonna lie, this is, I think, the second time this week that we've seen insane moves. 3.8, how bullish is the weekly? Like a 10% candle or something. $9.6% for the week. What could go wrong? In a bear market, 9.6% for the week. That's not weird. It's not scary. I just took your short money. I sincerely doubt it, my friend. What could go wrong here? But still, the opening of this trade, and don't get me wrong, guys, I accepted that I'm risking this money. I accepted that I might get fucked 4 million in this trade. But what intrigues me is the fact that, listen, this war with Iran, we have been pumping throughout it continuously, right? And that's not even the weirdest thing. The thing is that we're also ignoring all of the other macroeconomic facts. So everyone now that is investing, no matter what they're doing, is making money. Even though inflation is going up. So S&P makes you money, Nasdaq makes you money. Everything you could possibly do is making you money. So everyone in the world is making money. That's not weird at all, is it? Look at these candles in the 5 second. That's absolutely crazy. So New York's pumping, London is pumping. We're up 10% for the week. In my opinion, there's nothing that can go wrong. And this is insanely healthy, of course. There's nothing weird going on with this. How much did they take there? It's a big bubble. 10 million. Yeah, it's a fun Friday, not gonna lie. It's a very, very interesting Friday. It could keep this up for quite a bit, especially if you look at these candles. The pressure down seems to be completely ignored. And as you can see, even the whale volume is turning bullish now. Like they're at over 1 billion positive, net positive for the last hour. So 1 billion net positive for the last hour. That's big boy numbers. These are not rookie numbers. These formations now used to break down below hard. Like hard. Now it looks like they're just creating. Look, every level they make, so they retrace the equal bottom, shift out. Retrace, equal bottom, probably shifting out again. Because that's the play right now. They did it here as well. Equal bottom, you see? Oh, there it is already. With force. Didn't have to wait long. Like I said, I can't remember last time I've seen this pressure. Guess I'm not in the world. What do you mean? Chance of 78.5. Yeah, it's getting realer and realer, to be honest. Even though most of the liquidity is already wiped. And they're building and building and building below. There's not that much liquidity remaining here, to be honest. Like really. You see? Holding the bottom, shifting out, holding bottom, shifting out, holding bottom, shifting out. Same pattern time after time. Now New York has made in its first 30 minutes 2% move as well. The first 30. That's also pretty impressive yet again. Wow, the liquidations. Keep piling in. I want to see a rejection candle at the highs, and I'm not seeing it yet. Did you keep your last DCA? Yeah, I'm still DCAing. 77.5 is my 78 is my last one. Well, what could go wrong, right? In a market that keeps on blindly pumping. Oh, there it is. Look at this, man, from New York. Holy crap. Listen, if they don't reject here, it's gonna be 79. I see nothing stopping us between 77.5 and 79k. Like, genuinely nothing. So what are you guys trading? What's going on? Does anyone have any interesting weekend plans coming up? So yeah, it's I just lost 48% of my account shorting. That's I don't know. That's not very good, is it? It didn't take that much liquidity at 77.5. I expected more, to be honest. You see that CVD is slowly coming down. That's a decent rejection if they can actually start applying pressure now. Oh, never mind. It lasted a good 4 seconds that they had a bit of pressure, I guess. Look at that, boah. That's crazy. Those are 70, 80k candles. $70, $80 candles, sorry. In 5 seconds. Going to 72k now. Bro, I hope. I would love that. If this is going to 72, I'm up $1 million. But I'm I'm rather skeptical right now. They can't even flip this candle bearish, man. Look, they can't even get the pressure into this 5-minute candle. They're unable to reverse it. So the first 2 candles of New York have been pressuring down. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 have been extremely bullish. And in these 6 candles, so let's say the 30 minutes, we've done 1.5% pump in the first 30 of New York. With a total 1.98% move up in New York. That's GG's. Listen, if this doesn't give strength downwards, I'm not seeing us stopping yet. We need to bring down the hammer soon. What's your SL for the trade? I'm getting out at 80k and I'm probably losing $1 million. At least the aggression is slowing down, you think so? It's looking better. Please off music. No, I'm sorry, man. Want to add another sex? 𝗕𝗏𝗏. You can find it in the Discord, man. Yeah, I would like this to reverse here. I see no reason why it couldn't, because CVD did start to drop. The pressure is going down slightly. That's a good thing. Okay, it's looking better. I spoke too soon, didn't I? Damn. Variational? What is variational, man? I got liquidated. That's not good. Listen, we have everything against Bitcoin right now. But the price thinks differently. And the thing is, it can stay irrational longer than we can stay liquid. This is a pretty important 5-minute candle, guys. Oh, they're still trying to keep it green. Bitches. Analysis says 80k. It's looking more and more likely, I'm not gonna lie. It looks to be, and I'm being very cautious here, to slightly calm down. I hope the market maker doesn't hear that. They're not ready to let go of the level yet, I see. That's a good close of the previous one, if we can get some pressure now. Efficient market hypothesis left the chat. What do you mean by that, my friend? Yeah, late longs didn't get punished at all for the last days. Was a nice dwell level. They've liquidated and eaten this liquidity here. This was a very big liquidation. On the 5 minutes, every time frame is bullish except the 1 minute that's on the fence right now. A retrace of 74.5 would be healthy, and even more 73.8. Even at higher time frames right now, we're approaching everything. Good hourly Look, the hourly is below us at 72. The 2 hours probably below us as well. Or we close to tap the 2 hour. That's interesting. Where the accelerator is below as well. The 4 hour is probably the only one resigning well above us. See, and the other one is here at 85. So front running this, even though it has confluence with the hourly and the 4 hourly, that's scary. Might be interesting. Might be very, very, very well the case. Seller's getting absorbed like an old diaper. Yeah. So we started the Blofin trading competition today. Good thing the team is leading as of now, which is very, very nice. Let me check the team stats. Can I see that on this account? Da-da-da. You will go to 82. Guys, if I had to listen to everything that everyone is always saying, bro, I had a second job, so I try to avoid listening to others too much. So we're at 9 million as of now. So yeah, we are in the lead. And that's a good thing. You guys can still join us, right? So if you want to join the trading competition, and I'm giving away all the rewards that I possibly get from this competition, the link is pinned here to join the free Discord. Oh, Bitcoin looks to be holding again. Oh, look at these candles. Hello, candles. Yeah, you guys can still join the competition and still join the team. How do we react to the first messages? I don't know, you just press verify, man. A lot of people manage to do it, so. Bro, I don't know how you react. Anyone else having that same issue? remember when I said in the beginning that Bitcoin is not releasing any sort of liquidity yet? Here's the proof. Look, they dumped underneath, then they're holding at the previous hold level, and they're just chilling, man, right now. They're absolutely chilling. They've eaten steak, caviar, and the rest. Man, they keep on eating up every liquidity. As long as the whales are not flipping bearish, only retail flip bearish right now. Even though CVD on spot is dumping, there's no chance we're going lower yet. There's just none. Smash the like button, it's Friday. Yeah, that's always a good idea. How many are we at? We're at 700 people and we're at 148 likes. That's a bit pathetic. We should at least get to like 400, come on. Man, Bitcoin got legs. What am I even watching for 5-second candles? That's proper crazy. That's proper crazy. Wait 1 second, I gotta fund another account for the challenge. So we are running with more accounts. Solana must be yes. Yeah, short, listen, if I wasn't DCAing this swing position for the last 3 days, I would 100% not be trading this. Guys, and we're still only at 200 likes, come on. This is an interesting 5-minute candle. Look at how it started, right? So it started retracing at the end of the previous one. They had a bit of a dump, but then again 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the pressure of these candles. Now into the new 5-minute, it's not looking like it's going down more. Oh, wait, I might have spoken to, oh, never mind. Holy crap, these. And look, the volume is not even there that much. I can't remember last time I've seen the candles develop in a way like I'm seeing today. Yeah. I honestly can't remember last time I've seen it like this. Especially because they managed to keep up the pressure, but as you can see, the dominance of the whales is going down. It's getting less and less. Doesn't necessarily mean that we're going down yet, but it looks like they're losing traction. PA is not agreeing with me, but can we go to 91? Bro, if this keeps up, we can go to 1 million. Can we short now? Of course, you can always short, my friend. Just go full port, 200x, no stop loss. Questions don't get more intelligent, do they? Look at how they're grinding it back up again. Probably for another ripper. Whee! Playlist links, bro. I don't know. It's paid. It's oh man, who's buying here? Look at that. Look at the influx of all these orders right there. You can find those Discord sexes. What are you talking about, my friend? What goes up must come down. Yeah, that's true. EM at the 4 hour. Really think it's going that high? Yeah, it might be. 78.2 might be a very, very logical level. Oh yeah, we're flying out again. Yeehaw! This is probably one of the most unhealthy markets I've seen in a long time. So London this morning directly chose violence. And that's a 4.3% pump from London. There's nothing unhealthy to this. How are you keeping calm? What am I gonna do now? I have my DCA sets, I accepted my risk. If I really want to save my position, I'll probably add some more margin. Add another 500k or 1 million to it. That can change my liquidation to 83, 84. Much more I can't do right now. Because I'm still convinced that it's going down. And that's my issue. Like, I can't tell you from where, but I am definitely convinced about the fact that they need to retrace it and need to come down at one point. It's just this pressure and this volume. Look at since New York opened, just for the idea of just New York, right? New York has an average move size of 2.4. We're at 2.12 already. Michael Koza, no it's not, for if you've known me longer, but it's, you know, you can think whatever you want, my friend. Yeah. What comes down fast comes up fast. It's going a little bit too easy. Also, I don't know what much more there is to tell right now. It's overextended, it's overbought, the pressure is, in my opinion, uncalled for. RSI is looking overheated. Bro, everything is looking overheated. We did a 10% move this week. 10%. I don't see where that would be healthy, to be honest. I think I'm gonna end it here, guys. I'm gonna enjoy my weekend. Not much further to update on. Bitcoin is flying. It's eating everything that it can get its hands on. We might see 79k. Last DCA for my swing is at 78. 140 million last hour. 750 in the last 24, of which almost 600 is shorts. The bulls are getting annihilated. The volume now at the hourly is slightly shifting towards bearish. The whales are now for the first time since New York selling. If it comes down, it's gotta come from them, and it's gotta come down soon. If not, then we go up more. Yeah, hit the like button on the way out. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and I'll see you all on Monday. No, actually, yeah, every time I'm about to close, bruh, still gonna close anyways. I'm back Sunday evening for the market open on Sunday. Thank you all for being here. Hit the like button on the way out and stay safe. Don't overtrade, don't over risk, and only use what you can lose. Thank you very much, guys.